working, right? Even in the bear market, you guys are building something amazing here, especially Ethereum. Like Ethereum doing
Yes,
this is amazing. Never thought of Ethereum doing
Ethereum
kind of
Foundation.
things like this. Yeah, it's still part of Ethereum, for obviously, but
Mhm.
yeah, largest ETH event in Africa, by the way. A lot
Yeah,
of.
in fact, I gave you the website. I
Oh
gave you
yeah,
the website. Let's look at that. Oh, did you know that Vitalik was also here? Is it in March?
really?
Like Buterin.
Like the founder
You
itself.
didn't know? How could no one know? How do you not know he was here? Huh?
Well, I live under a rock.
Yes, he was
I live under a rock, that's why.
he made
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah.
He made an African tour and Kenya was one of them. So we got some nice photo ups with him.
You
He was
actually
wearing
have a
his
photo.
signature shorts
Nice.
and shirt. Yeah,
Of course, it's a
absolutely.
requirement. You
Um,
need to have a picture.
uh, definitely,
Let's eat
definitely.
safari. Where's the pictures? They haven't updated it yet. They haven't updated this yet. So that's probably
This one is
because
yeah. We're still sorting it out and all that. We've just come in. We're tired and
yeah, you
we
just
need to
basically arrived, right? It only makes sense to just
yeah,
rest for a bit.
yeah.
So you guys started out with the virtual bootcathon. Okay, bootcat. And then after that
Mm-hmm.
is so we have Peter,
Speed.
Alfred, Jason, Joanne. I know Jason. Yeah.
Oh really? No way.
Not really know
Really?
Jason. I've been following his content, but I, yeah, but I don't know him
I
personally.
met him in person.
Oh, that's
I met him
nice.
in person.
That's nice. Safari DAO. Okay, that's cool. You guys have a Safari decentralized autonomous group. That's good. And then on
Most of
Tuesday,
these guys have
yeah, most of
yeah.
these guys
Most
are
of
ETH.
most of
Yeah,
these guys are in DAOs. They founded DAOs of their own.
that's nice. So you have
Yeah.
Alan, Michael. It's been a while since I checked on Ethereum. Because I was really a big fan of Ethereum, and then I moved to Solana, and then I turned into a Solana Maxi. So Cello is the main sponsor on this one.
Cello. Is it really cello? Huh?
I don't know. Like cello cello. I just know cello because it's like a huge guitar, like a violin-ish guitar.
Mm,
So they call it cello. So I assume that it's called
mm.
cello.
But they call their project cello. I believe so.
Cello.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the correction. I'll call it cello moving forward. I always keep calling it cello. Like, do they play the they play the cello? A lot of people here,
mm,
honestly. Exhibitions
yeah.
too.
Of course, NFT exhibition and metaverse. We went through those. What's it called? Those using those goggles in metaverse,
Yeah,
free of
VR,
charge,
VR,
obviously,
Oculus
right?
Rift. Yeah. I remember me. I was actually invited into a recent event as well. I was not able to come or go because flights were really expensive.
Yes, these things are expensive too. Just
Yeah,
a ticket,
just a ticket alone is expensive.
and yeah, we should be sharing more of these more
Yeah,
often. Just something to
I really like sharing these ones as well
not
because people are gathering because of Web3, because of Ethereum, because of blockchain technologies, and this is something that is really cool to
yeah.
see.
Yeah, I mean, in between these sessions we have, don't make it so into the session, but take a break while showing us an event and all
Yeah,
of that.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah,
was
no
planning to have
timing.
like a casual talk as well with people, and at the same time doing like the resume checking as well. But, you know,
Okay.
it was really good. But yeah,
Of course, lots of speakers.
a lot of
You
speakers,
want to get in the speakers list.
hundreds of
You know.
speakers. You know, I've been invited to a couple of speaking events as well. This year I
Mm.
was able to join a speaking event onto a university in which we were able to get like 550 students, basically everyone in the IT department or IT or CS department or you know computer science department. They were able to be there. I was able to educate them about Web3. I was able to educate them about, hey, there's an opportunity in Web3, especially for you guys, for like blockchain developers. Like, sir, what is blockchain? I had to explain everything for them because Web3 for them is somewhat fairly new. And opening that new opportunity to people is so amazing, especially for young-minded individuals like the students. So, because these students are like
Mm.
first year, second year, third year, or even like the final year of their college. So it's always best to really equip them with the knowledge about Web3. There are also some people as well who showcase their artwork, and they were planning to they can post it and then they could get commissions out of it. So yeah. And at the end of that event, I was able to
Okay.
get like 30 students. We were able to mentor 30 students. Yeah.
Wow.
That was an amazing time back then. And after that, I've been receiving multiple invitations to speaking events that I've hardly gone through because it's either the ticket was so expensive or it's outside the country.
Wait, you're told to speak and pay at the same time?
Someone offered me a speaking event. They will be taking care of like, you know, lot lang lodging, food. I have to pay for the ticket. The ticket was about like someone's year pay, like the whole year pay. So that was really expensive. So yeah. But yeah, done with that casual conversation, and thank you guys so much for listening. Now we get to the fun part. Ine, thank you so much for sharing your wonderful stories in like the whole ETH Safari thing. Can't wait to see more of those
Yeah,
photos as well.
absolutely.
Please send us the photos over at the builder chat. People would want to see as well. Like, obviously, if you want to dox yourself, you can share a selfie. But yeah, we want to see the event. L- Please, I really beg you to send us the pictures. We want to see how. Okay, we lost we lost Ine. I'm not sure why, but let's wait for her, and then we'll be starting and checking the resumes. But while we're checking the resumes, let's go ahead and check the list of people that we are going to check right now. So we have Zerk coming back for a new and updated resume. So let's put him here. So while we're waiting for Ine, let's okay, I'll raise her up here. James, if you wanna come up, can go ahead, man. Happy to have you here. But have this. We have.
Hi,
Yeah, we
you
lost
can
you
still hear
for a
me?
sec. Yep, we can hear you now. But yeah, going
Oh,
back to that, we would love to see your pictures, images of the events.
sure. I'm
Yep.
still stuck on your having to pay a ticket as a speaker. I mean, crypto Twitter is all over about hell no, that's not okay. Hmm?
But tickets is expensive. Even in local ones here, ticket is expensive. That's why I wasn't able to.
I mean, you've already been what poached as a speaker, so they should take care of everything.
Yeah, but that was just educating like people like, hey, what's Web3, what's community management. But I'm always
No,
happy
no,
to
no,
do
no,
it.
no, no, no.
Honestly,
No.
I'm always happy to do it
No.
for free. Always happy to do it for free just to
Yeah.
help people out. That's the end of the day. And good karma
Yes.
revolves around good karma. So if you do something really good, eventually something will good happen to you.
Yes, but you've been called to be a speaker. They should be able to cater for everything, including the tickets.
Yeah,
Shame on them. Shame
it's
on
okay.
them.
It's probably something that, it's something, but my focus
Every
is helping people out. That's pretty
everyone
much it.
everyone everyone here needs to know you if you get to the level of being called for a speaking event, they should cater for everything, including the tickets. So don't be scammed, more or less, taken advantage of. I hope
Yeah.
you're all hearing me. Huh? Okay? Okay? Okay.
It's good as well. Good thing I wasn't able to be scammed, right? So probably I was just in the middle of nowhere without my passport and all. So I'm safe because of me
Mhm.
being, stingy about it. But
Mhm.
yeah, we have a couple of resumes that we will be checking today. Let me tell you here on this one. We have three. I've checked what's this again? Zerk's resume back then, and he was able to improve upon it. But yeah, glad to see what your thoughts around it. How is the improvement overall? Is it good? But yeah, I'll share my screen right now so that people
Sure.
could see. All right.
Sure. How was last week? How's everything? I hope all of you are doing okay.
Well, we were doing good. Obviously, it's not the same thing without you. It's always amazing with you here. But we were able to help people out. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
Ine, what's your thoughts around Zerk's um resume here?
Uh,
So while we're waiting for Ine, James has a really good note on that as well. If you guys don't know James is the Chief Community Officer for Brass Synergy. He's one of the core team members. Worked with him for quite some time now. He's been really an amazing guy. Helped people a ton, like thousands of people. So he knows a lot of things from AI, Web3, even development. It's crazy. So it's crazy how 4 years of development he was able to like compress those learnings into a few months. It was like I was amazed. But he has a really good note here. Going to your resume, Zerk, that we should space out the we should space out the experiences because as you can see, it's a little bit crushed right there. It's like a panini. So we need to space it out so that people could see, right? They could have like a division, like hey, you're a Discord moderator for Phoebe, and then they won't be confused about the Mile High Roller Club. You can space it out a little bit, so at least you don't have any blank spaces here, because we have a blank space here. Yeah. But Ine, what's your thoughts as well? I think I lost Ine. Ine, knock knock. You still there? Ine. Okay, so James said from a hiring standpoint, they'd look at that and feel like it's not that hard if there are any blank spaces. So yeah, might have a internet issue with Ine, but let's bring her up again. Yeah, spacing it out right here, because we have a huge gap here on this one, so we need to make sure like, hey. But Zerk, thank you so much for sending this out. Right, while we're waiting for Ine, just thank you so much for sending this out. This is a huge improvement from the ones that you sent before, and I know it's going to be even more amazing after this feedback session. Yeah, I like the design too. It's modern. It's really modern. I really like it. So while we're waiting for Ine, I'll just have my take on it. So with this one as well, as you can see here, there's a gap. There's a there's an even um thing here. So we need to make sure that their community moderator and the summary here should be what's this again? Should be aligned on the left side, right? So you might need to space out the community moderator and the Zerk here so that it fits perfectly here. Okay. And then for the contacts, the yeah same thing as well. I can still see like a gap here. James, hi.
Hi, hi. I just want to jump up real quick. Keep going, keep going.
Yeah. With this one, we just need to make sure that this is all aligned, right? So that these contact Twitter and then the contents of Twitter, email, contents of the email, and the Discord should be aligned. So at least we have like a really good formatting. The spaces here is really good. However, there's a space here as well that is really small. So equally, we need to have the spaces on this as well. All right. And also bring up the experiences so that at least we don't have a blank space here. And bring up the summary as well. Bring it up a little bit so that we don't have any spaces. Once you bring that up, bring the experiences up as well. Then like what James said earlier, experiences here. Um, put some spaces in your in between jobs here. Like every after job, there's like a space, and also the contents or the things that you've done or the duties and responsibilities of each um, things here should also reflect certain numbers or percentages, right? So helping new members, what help did you do or did on that? Like how did you help new members, right? Guide members, how did you guide the members? Answer questions, like what type of questions did you answer? So you need to explain that a little bit further, like at least expand on it to become like 1 to 2 sentences. If you could back it up with statistics, that is really good. Um, Here as well on the Discord moderator side, um, yeah, you manage 100 tickets weekly. That's really good, but I feel like you could expand to this a little bit more so that you could explain. Like let's say you managed 100 tickets and you were able to resolve let's say 80 or 90% of them, right? Just to back up that data and developing strategies for community growth. Um, you could expand onto this and also helping new members as well, like I said on the other one. That could be something that you could expand to. Same goes with the third ones as well. Maintain a healthy community. Like their primary questions with this one, like how did you maintain a healthy community, right? And then managing tournaments with 100 participants on which basis? Is it like a weekly basis, a monthly basis, or a bi-weekly basis? Put something here and providing guidance to community members. Like what type of guidance is this? Guiding them to like coding fight, guiding them to a resolution for their issues or problems, or yeah, we need to expand to the duties and responsibilities that you did over here. Okay, and I think that could bring us up to the blank spaces here that it will basically occupy the whole thing. And then lastly is spaces as well on the education side. I think you don't need to add a diploma for Bachelor's of Information and Technology if you were able to finish this. You can put the date here 2020 to 2023, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. That's what I added on my resume as well because I also finished IT. So could also do the same thing. And skills. Skills is okay. You could divide this into two, like soft skills and technical skills, so that at least your employer could know your soft skills and technical skills. And also just properly organize the fonts to where it also fits it here, like here, right, on the contacts on the left side. It's really good. However, font here is different compared to this one, sizing and also the bold. So we might need to increase the boldness, or what we call it, the font weight, to match it here. Also the sizes as well. Also alignment. All right. And then that's pretty much it for my feedback. And once again,
Let me.
oh, yeah,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead, James.
Yeah, I just want to jump in and say a few other things. I was typing, but it was a lot to type, so I wanted to jump in. And um, I think there's like the big thing that stands out for me. I was a hiring manager for over a decade. You know, I've managed lots of different locations for restaurants, different things, and um, when a hiring manager takes a look at these, they get stacks of them, right? Hundreds come in. Um, so generally speaking, they go right to experience. The experience section of your resume is one of the most important parts. Also cover letter. But I would suggest like not to have anything that gives too much of a negative. It should all be positive. So like that job right there, the Discord moderator role, where you're only on there for a month, I would take that out completely. I would take that out completely. You can like the thing if you don't have a lot of work experience, like I see that you're still enrolled in college, um, you can put other things on here that give people an understanding of who you are and what you've done. So if you're a part of any clubs, if you were a student council, if you did anything, any extracurricular activity, you could put that in experience. If you do any type of charity work, you go to, you work at your church's, youth group, and you're a youth pastor. I'm just throwing out ideas here. Anything that you do that can give them an idea of who you are as an upstanding, responsible person, I'd put that in there instead of having that 1 month job, because if it would look much better to have two longer term engagements than two longer term engagements and one short term engagement, because right away, the question is, well, why was it only 1 month? And that's what they're going to remember. They're not going to remember the good things. Negative thoughts stick with you much more than positive thoughts. So the goal here when you're doing your resume is to limit any type of negativity, because you're just one of many people that are applying. So you need to make sure that you don't give any reason for a negative thought to pop up. That would be my biggest thing. But other than that, I really like it. The other thing too, I know this is Web3, but I would suggest, I mean, you're in college, you're younger. I would suggest, like, the PFP is dope, very cool. It's Web3, but like maybe try to figure out something that could be, a nice headshot. One thing that stuck out for me when I used to look for jobs back in the day, um, is on my resume. I took a nice headshot with a hat, and it's if anybody saw my LinkedIn, it's the same picture that I used to use. Um, and people would say, well, that's not really professional, that's not really professional. But I can't tell you how many times I went into a job, like an interview, and they said that it stuck out because there was something that they remembered me by. And that's the biggest thing about these resumes, is you want to make sure that they can remember you. So I would like just some like PFP, not extremely memorable. So try to have some type of nice headshot in there, something that can stand you out. Another tip. I'm just going to throw this out there, and then I'm going to jump off the stage unless I have something to say about another one. But another tip is also potentially stand yourself out by doing some type of this isn't talked about a lot, but it can really help to put you out from the crowd. Is multimedia uh, resumes. So that could be like a video, a 30-second video, showcasing you answering questions. You put on some cool music, whatever. But like something like that could actually, when they just the fact that you had a link on your resume, they click it, they go to a YouTube video, and it's like, wow, this is cool. It gets them to remember you. Like you're the guy that put a link in your resume. Like you made a little video, which is something that I also used to do. So anything that could just stand you out, that's the key. Anyway, that's all I got. Great. It's a nicely designed resume though. I do like the colors. I will say it's a little muted. I would prefer some color. Once again, you want to kind of stand out a little bit. So if it's too kind of muted, I think that you just become one in a pile. So just try to stand out. That's all I got.
Hello, can you hear me? Oh wow, God. Oh, yes. Well, sure. Yeah. Y- I lost you, but I could hear you somehow. But very good points, Jay. Goodness, I'll definitely put that on my resume. Definitely on my voluntary experience. Zach, hi. Build up on your experience. There's one thing that I've noticed: the timelines. Where the first one says January to June. I assume that is ended, right? So in the bullet shows the same thing. That seems that yet it's are even the sentence is the same. You need to right if it's present, bullets should be present. If it's past, you managed 100 tickets, you developed, so as you helped past 10. That's one thing, and build up on your, the bullets. Add more, something more like But you guided members doing what exactly? Questions. Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's my internet, but your mic is cutting in and out like a robotic
Yeah, same here.
sound.
Same here.
Oh, yeah. Mm, So, Ine, I think you have like an internet issue. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
It's still cutting in and out. Like
Wow.
there's a robotic tone.
I have no idea what is going on.
Yeah, I thought it was my network too, but people confirmed as well.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think we can. I think that's all clear.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Could you try to? Yeah.
Okay. Did you get the part of past tense, present tense in the experience section?
Um,
No,
a
no, we
little
didn't.
bit, yeah, but you were cutting in and out.
Okay, so with the dates are the first experience it shows January to June. That means it's a past experience, but the bullets don't match that. It's still saying helping new members means present tense. Did you get that?
Yep.
Okay, the second experience is still the same thing. So Zach, if you can be consistent with the past tense and present tense with the dates and the bullets, right? And then add more meat to the bullets. Well, how did you guide these members? How many members did you guide, right? How many members did you help? So you want to add more to the bullets. Maintained a healthy community. How big was that community? You guys can still hear me now?
Yeah, we can still hear you. All clear.
Okay. Oh, gosh, finally. How big was that community? You have a lot to say here, Zach. You're missing out. Managing tournaments. How many tournaments, right? So build up on your experience. Definitely get some pointers from Wanderlust. She has a lot to say over there. Just apply what she has put in to your resume. But that's what stands out for me. Um,
Let me
this
say
this
one more thing
space
before.
at the
Oh, go ahead.
bottom of the experience. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, James.
Oh, no, no, no. Please, 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 please.
Okay.
Go ahead, NA.
Absolutely, you go ahead. I'm just a quick one on the empty space. You can add that out, Zach, on the experience again. This bottom part, fill it up. Okay, it's on you, Zach. James.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Also, I think putting the latest, your most recent job up top is also preferable, because once again, hiring managers go through hundreds of these things. So generally, I mean, I can't lie. I have literally just like sped through resumes where I probably took maybe 5 seconds or less. Just kind of look at it next, look at it next. And so, keeping your most recent up top helps it hit the mind a bit faster that you are currently employed, or that you have some type of recent experience. Because if it's some far back, they might think that that's your most recent experience, and they'll obviously not even read past that. They'll just go, okay, never mind, next. So that was it.
Thank you so much, James. And
You're right. Yes, put the present at the top, Zach. That's a good feedback.
yeah, and I think that's
A bit on you.
yeah. Go
Mhm.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, Just I have seen something else on your is it summary? The summary up here. Highly motivated as a community moderator with over a year of experience. Who will be responsible? That seems a bit contradictory because you already have over a year of experience. You don't write who will be responsible. So over a year of experience, responsible for it. So cut out the what are they called? Uh, adverbs. Adverbs. Who will be doesn't need to be there. Those three words don't need to be there. If you can add an extra sentence on your summary, will be good.
All right. So yeah, with that in the way, thank you for giving your guys like points and feedback about Zerk's resume. Zerk, these are only feedback that we
Sorry.
wish for you to. Yeah, I was just thanking you and James for giving your notes for Zerk's resume. This is just a feedback session, but we really hope to see that you have an updated version so that we could let everyone see here, like, hey, Zerk has a better resume now, and he is able to post these resumes over at, let's say, LinkedIn, right? So, yeah, we encourage you to update your
Absolutely.
resume, and we look forward to see the updated version over at next week, right, sir? But yeah, with that in the way, moving forward to the
Yeah.
other one, Thank you so much, Zerk, for submitting your resume.
I should point out that there is no perfect resume. And the first point, what's it called? Reach out to these recruiters and founders and the community managers. If you're a moderator, reach out to them, DMs. That first impression, that contribution into their community. That is your resume right there. Having it in text over here, don't put too much what's it called, hope on this. It's your interaction and your contribution and the way you present yourself to these guys that will make you stand out, whatever kind of resume you have. All right, that's it for me.
Awesome. Yeah. Next one is with Okulo Tuwiri. He has a two-parter resume. Let me. Why? So
Your pronunciation is quite special.
it's on point.
Okolu,
Did
Okolu Tuwere.
I said that correct? Okulo Tuwiri
No,
Reheri? No, I sorry if I butchered that name.
I think it was okay.
But yeah, he has a
I think it was
two-parter.
okay.
Yeah, it's for me it's okay. I think it's okay. But let me know if it's expensive. I could do my best to, be accurate with that one. But Okulo,
Absolutely. I
um,
mean, yeah.
but yeah,
Okolu, Okolu.
Okolu. Okay, Okolu. All right, so we have a resume from Okolu. He has a two-parter resume here. Um, but yeah, before I hop into my notes, do you guys have any feedback that you'd like to talk about here? Please let me know if you're going to the first and second one so that at least I could hop onto here so that we could help out the viewers as well.
I mean, I guess I could jump in. I'll say a couple things. One, personalization is key when it comes to a resume. So the biggest thing here that I think is that it's not personalized at all. It's just a piece of paper with some words, and any hiring manager will see this and skip immediately. So I would suggest, like on the previous resume, get a picture on there, right? Pictures speak 1,000 words, right? So get a nice headshot. Headshots are they're headshots for a reason, right? There's even AI that can help you take great great headshots now. So you don't even need to go spend a lot of money to get a really nice headshot anymore. Um, yeah, exactly, Mark. Yes. Um, but but yeah, so just personalize it, have it stand out a bit more. Organize this. Two pagers should not be a thing for a resume. It doesn't matter how much experience I have. You know, decades of experience going on. I'm not trying to give my age, but soon to be like 3 decades of experience in the work in this area, not Web3 obviously, but just management stuff like that. So and even mine, if I were to make another one, it would be a one page. I'd fit the most pressing jobs and titles that I can on there that can hopefully put me apart from the pack. But one page, unless you have a cover letter. But just personalize, condense it into one page, and get some design factors in there with an image of your pearly whites if you can. That's all I got.
How about you, Ine?
Well, I'm looking at the resume right now. I don't see a photo, at least a picture. So, hmm. There's like I see some red over here, some blue. The red. I mean, I believe you can make the word Microsoft Word. Make it remember these words so that You don't give a recruiter with this red stuff on there.
True. Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
it's intentional.
I think if you
Mhm.
just adding onto this as well, if you guys are using a phone or any mobile device that is not like Windows or Mac, I really suggest creating your resumes over at Canva, because Canva really avoids these red incorrect. It is correct, your name is correct, however, um, the standard checker doesn't see that it's correct. That's why it's tagging it as red, even like the address. So making it in Canva is something that could really um, up your design game. But yeah, continuing on
Yes,
to
there's a lot
Ines.
of. Mhm. I think there's a lag on the line, but pre- fill in this white space by just putting it all in one page, because 2 pages it's giving a lot of white space, and that's not what you want, right? So
Yeah.
hmm, it's a bit. Do I say scattered, or this is okay? Mark.
Yep. For me as well, it's a little bit. How do we say this politely? It's not yet organized. It's not yet
Yes.
organized. Yeah. I think Okulo here can do a way better job after he um, hears this feedback session for sure. I really hope to see him updating his resume.
Yeah, I'd even say just go take a look at some of the other resumes that have been posted, maybe that have a bit more structure, and then just use those as templates for yourself to figure out what a decent uh, design could look like, and then try to emulate that.
I hope he's here to listen. I hope you're here, Okolu. Okolu. Huh?
Did you say that right? But yeah,
Probably. I don't
improvement
know.
improvement on
Um,
the design as well. Font as well. Using the font is good. However, when we're going to the work experiences, it's all bold, right? It's hard to read if it's on bold. Like everything is on bold, because the okay structure or the good structure is at least the experience is bigger to match the knowledge and abilities personal statement, right? So that people would know, this is experiences. So, and also organize this a little bit so that people could see like sizing. And that's just my huge take on it.
mhm.
But yeah, any other notes,
I hope
feedback?
he's here to.
I don't think he's here.
Is he here?
Yeah, he disconnected earlier.
Oh, okay, okay. Because, I mean, okay. Well, oh yes, he's going to listen to the recording, isn't he?
Yep.
I hope so.
Once we upload this on YouTube, they will be able to listen to this on YouTube. Because I
Okay,
can't
so
send it
Okolu,
on.
you don't have to put your address, not
Yeah.
necessary. Phone number, just place that with you. Maybe LinkedIn, right? I like that you put metrics on your first experience. I don't even know if it's your experience. You've not really laid it like it, but it's an experience. First of all, the first photo the screenshot is like there's something else on top of this which I'm not sure what that is all about. Oh, it's part of the second screenshot. Okay. Right. Hmm. Yeah, just use a different template so that
I
it's
will say
all
one thing I do like that
put
he did
together,
do.
you know.
I will say one thing I do like is
Uh-huh.
he did say in his knowledge and abilities, experienced with remote working tools, and then he names some specific tools, and so I do like that. I think that there's some specificity to some of the bullet points that he has, which is nice. But it's just design. The design is just, yeah. I mean, we've all said it. So just got to get better at the design.
Yep. And yeah, the design, and then that's pretty much it.
Yep.
So with that in the way, thank
Yep.
you for giving the feedback, Ine and James. If
Yep.
Okulo is here, this is just a feedback session. Obviously, it's up to you if you wanna update your resume. But if you update your resume, we'd love to see it here updated and get that to one of our highlighted resumes, right? And yeah,
Yeah. Mark. Hello, Mark. Can you hear
hello.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Mark. Yeah, Mark,
Yes.
are you there?
Yeah.
Say Okolu.
Oh,
Okolu. Abu,
Okolu.
say it. Let me say.
Okolu.
Yeah. Something like that. Okolu.
Okolu. I
We
think I'm
can
saying it
continue.
correct, right? But yeah. But
Okay.
moving to Ashmal.
Mhm.
Ashmal has a similar resume as well, with the black and white theme going on. Let me open it here on my
But
browser. But with this one, it's organized.
but it's much more organized. Yes. Ish Ashmal, good for you. Name Ashmal, your Reman. Okay, that's interesting. I hope that's not an error there. You don't have to put your address or your phone number again. So LinkedIn, Twitter, Discord, good to go. Yeah, much more organized.
With the structure as well.
Yeah.
But going before I move to
Oh,
my notes as well, yeah,
you
you
have
can go ahead and
LinkedIn.
okay. Any do you have any additional feedback that you could share here for Ashmal?
Hello.
Hello. Yes. We can hear you now. I think we lost
Yes.
you
Uh,
earlier.
I d- oh wow. So you didn't hear me talk about the his address and his name.
You got disconnected earlier. Could you repeat that?
You did
Yeah, you
about
meant
his address and his name.
yeah, I think you said the address can be removed and then can be replaced with LinkedIn, Discord, and Twitter.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. And also his name. I'm not sure about the Ur Rem. Well, I don't know. Maybe typing error. I hope not. But it must it's more organized as an overview of the resume. So yeah, this is really good. I
This
mean,
is
what do you
good.
think,
Yeah.
James?
What do you think, James?
Yeah, I mean, it's your typical resume. I think some of the same things can be applied here that I said to the first and second. Personalization is key. Um, this is a typical template that you could probably Google find and put your stuff on there. So it's a good starting point. But those templates, when you guys find those templates on, any Google search for, resume template, that's always a starting point. So you shouldn't just use that and be like, oh, okay, resume done. Take that, and work with it a bit. Change up some colors, change up some, um, some fonts. Really make it to be you. Like, I'm a big proponent of people hire people that they actually like, and um, it's not just about your experience. That can get you in the door. A good resume, or like your experience and work history and achievements and all of that could get you possibly in the door. But the biggest thing is, you want to stand out. You want to stand out, and how you stand out is trying to display your personality, even on a resume. So, two tone, just gray and white. I would suggest heavily against that, because 100 other people are going to be putting in their resumes with the same exact styling, and you're going to be just one of 100. That's it. So anything you can do, like I said previously, to stand out, do that. The other thing, obviously, 2 pages. You don't want to have 2 pages. Nobody's even going to go to the second page, so it's almost it's practically redundant. Um, so I wouldn't put 2 pages unless it's a cover letter. That's the only time you would want to do a 2 pager. Um, and the other thing is, Mark, could you scroll back up just a little bit so I can see uh, the rest? I know, scroll up
Next
a
one.
little bit more.
Okay,
No,
this one.
scroll up to the first page. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like the second page doesn't. It's like I said, the second page doesn't really matter. I'm just being honest. You're always going to get honesty from me. Nobody's going to look at the second page. I like your achievements. That breaking it down. I do like the bullet points. You have a lot of information in there. So it would tend to stand out from some of the other ones that we've seen. Just try to format it a little bit better and give it some personality. And that's all I got. And then obviously an image. Got to get an image, headshot photo of you if possible, to put up there.
All right. Yeah. Same thoughts around Ine and James. Just personalization, even a headshot will do as well. Just to spice things up a little bit. This is Web3, so we need to have like a personalized touch on our resumes, right, to stand out. So same feedback to how they have it. And yeah, thank you so much, Ashmal. Or if you're here, thank you, and we really hope to see you get your resume updated. But I think we could move on to another one, last one, because just because we have Sariwa here, let's do another one. We have Sariwa here, a one-pager resume.
If I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
you can hear me.
Yep.
Uh, Wanderlust mentioned hyperlinking, and that's not something I have incorporated it in my resume. What do you think of that? Because there's this particular bullet in achievements in Ashmal's. He says represented as a guest of Twitter chat. Now, if he hyperlinked where exactly that Twitter chat links to, you think that would help?
Yeah, yeah, sure, for sure. Oh, go ahead, Mark. Yeah, I definitely think it works.
Mm.
Like I said previously, I think that, and at first, I just want to say I really love this design. It's so nice. It looks really good. This is personalization. Like this, I would see this as a hiring manager, and I would remember this resume. The moon and the star, really nice design, good color scheme, goes with the PFP. Like this, it stands out. It stands out. Um, so I really like this. But yes, hyperlink, for sure. Hyperlink, sending them to proof. Proof is always great. Giving them something to click on, because look,
Mm.
if just like any marketing, if somebody clicks on something, um, what that does to their psychology is that they've already made an action. It's an affirmative action. And so if you can get them to click on a hyperlink in your resume, the likelihood that you're going to get a call, you're going to get a meeting goes up like probably, I couldn't even tell you the numbers, but probably astronomically, just because of the psychological impact of affirmative actions. That's why marketers always want the click through rate. That's why you want to get people to click on things, because it does something to your psyche. You've already made that first step. So yeah, hyperlinks are cool. I'm a big fan of that in your resume.
Awesome. Absolutely. That's a new idea I had not thought of. Um, wait, we are looking at Sariwa's resume, right? Oh, so still, but the working experience, details. What did you do? How did you do it? Like, we don't know what you've done. How many collab manage? Well, no. How many collabs did you bring in the project? Many partnerships deals did you mean? We don't really know what you do. We know where you work, but not what you do. So that's one thing. That's a major thing. As long as you can get those details, then we can work with that. I mean, these resume checkups.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I love the design, but I think if Sariwa, am I pronouncing it right? Sariwa? Um, if they incorporated those what you just said in a about some actual stats alongside this, like if you look at the design, there is some room that they can put that in. Even like if you have even a small little chart, like where the moon is, if you move that down just a little bit. I'm a big fan of charts. I don't know if it goes with this design, but something that can give some representation of your actual the numbers you bring in, especially as a collab manager, right? Like that is your reason to be. Your whole reason of existence is to bring in collabs, right? Like so, if you can have something in there about your numbers that you actually drive, that would be huge. I do have to say though, from a Web3 standpoint, I do like this idea of the working experience section kind of listed like that. Um, I do like that idea. I don't think it would work in a Web 2 industry, like the Web 2 industry at all. Because like if you just name a bunch of companies you've worked for, people are like, okay, that doesn't look good. But as a collab manager, this makes a lot of sense. I do like that. Just incorporate some numbers in there somewhere, somehow. I don't know how, because this is a very unique structure that really only fits into the Web3 kind of ecosystem. But if you could figure out how you can incorporate that into this design, that would be great. And I'd love to see, like, if you have a red like
Right.
if you have this as a template, I'd love to get it, by the way. I'm not trying to steal it. Like, I would just love to look at it and mess around because it's really, really cool. Anyway, that's all. Yeah, I'd also I just want to add
I
one more
agree.
thing that I'm just thinking about here. Like it's a really unique resume, and as a collab manager, you probably work with 3 4 projects. You're much more of a like freelancer, your own company type of like you have clients. You don't necessarily have employers, right? Generally speaking. Um, and so because of that, I would also suggest maybe not even putting the numbers directly on this resume. I'm just throwing out some ideas here for you to think about, but maybe have a Notion page hyperlinked on here that you can format with actual historical proof of your work, right? Like screenshots, any Discord growth metrics, any type of events that you helped put on through collaboration, cross collab giveaways, right? Anything that you can put into a really well structured Notion. And the great thing about Notion is you can structure it similar to the resume. So they, same color scheme, same everything. So, they go from Notion or they go from your resume and it says, you have a link that says proof here or something. I don't know, whatever. And you click there and then they go onto your Notion. It's also similarly outlined and really nice looking. And you have all of that proof there for them. And I think something like that with this resume and a Notion page outlining all of your proof and some numbers and everything like that, I think that would almost guarantee at least a meeting. I know if I was hiring for a collab manager, I got that and I got a Notion page follow up where I can click on it and see all the numbers. I would definitely be setting up a call for you. So yeah, dig it. I love that. I love that. That's great. I didn't know that. I didn't know Canva had portfolio website maker. Look at you. That's
Yeah,
cool. That's cool.
right? Yeah. One thing I know, yeah, absolutely, yes. That's amazing, the feedback. One thing I've noticed is the summary, Sariwa. I mean, we already see your name right here in bold. You don't have to repeat it on the summary, right? Saying I'm Sariwa, no, that's not necessary. So, yeah. Looks amazing. Woohoo! Nice, nice.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you,
Thank,
Annie.
thank you. Thank you.